Good morning, everybody. Make sure you can hear me. If you would please put in that chat section there if you can hear me. I want to make sure you can hear me. Everybody can get the stream. So it is, what is today? My goodness. It is January the 20th, and it is our day, I think, 4 of this live, something like that. And this is all for you guys so that you can learn how to make money online. So make sure you're putting your comments in there. What's up, Cameron? Good to see you, buddy. So yeah, you want to make sure you're putting comments in there so you're learning. This series I'm doing is through the end of the month. And it's free. I'm not charging you anything for it, so you might as well get something out of it. You might as well ask every single question you had. I know, excuse me, my throat in the morning is a little rough. I know when I got started, if I were to have had a place I could go to and get questions answered, oh my God, I would have been so thrilled, but it just wasn't there. Let me get a little drink of water here. Make sure my throat doesn't go out. Much better. Much better. So having a place to go to, guys, and what I'm going to be doing in all of these is kind of filling you in on what I'm doing every single day. Now, I've been telling you that I was working on a webinar, masterclass, whatever you want to call it, and we pretty much finished it up last night as far as doing all the slides. If you're planning on doing webinars, I'll tell you the best way to do it is with slides. Some people try to do it live where they're actually in front of the camera. Unfortunately, that doesn't really work out that well. And the reason it doesn't work out well is it can be distracting. So, it can be distracting in a couple ways. Maybe your video is not that great. Maybe your video is great and it's awesome, but that takes away from the message. So it's kind of hard to win when you're doing a webinar or any type of masterclass or anything like that, and do it on the camera. So I don't recommend doing that. Now I'm using a guide from Jason Fladlin. He has a book called 1 to Many. Matter of fact, let me put that in here, and you guys may want to read this book. Read this book. All right, and it's called 1 to Many. He's done, I think, over $100 million now in webinars that he's done. Can somebody earn online without credit cards and all? Yeah, you don't need credit cards. Credit cards aren't necessary. You do in many cases. You're going to have like a PayPal account or something. Now, as far as selling online, like if you want to go to Upwork, or if you want to go to freelancer.com or any of those sites, they normally will pay you via PayPal. But what you're doing on those sites is you're actually doing jobs for other people. You're not running your own business. Now, if you run your own business online and you need to collect money, some of the sites will just pay you like through PayPal if you're using an Amazon or an Etsy or eBay or something like that. If you want to have your own business and collect money from people, you need to sign up for a Stripe account. Now, a Stripe account, I'm pretty sure, and I know Cameron, you're under the age for adulthood, so you may have to have an adult set that up for you. But you can get a Stripe account, and if you get a Stripe account, you can collect money, via MasterCard, American Express, that type of thing, Visa. And you're going to need to be able to collect money from people. You got to be able to do that. So that's the only obstacle in that. So there's a couple ways to go about it, but you can certainly do it. So anyhow, we're working on this webinar, and you think, wow, well, you got it done. Well, yes and no, we got it done, but that doesn't mean it's actually done. Let me switch screens here. There's another screen that makes it easier for me, because I can see real time what's going on. There we go. And when I say it's done, I mean like all the slides are done. That's the first stage, and we use PowerPoint. You can also use Google Slides. I have it on PowerPoint right now. But once the slides are actually done, then that's when the work begins, okay? Because, webinars, masterclasses are kind of interesting. About half of them are the information that you're training on, and then the other half or more is Q&A and overcoming objections and talking about the price and all that kind of stuff. and that can be very, very lengthy. So, that's something we got to work on today. That's something we're going to spend some time on, getting all these questions that people ask and put those in there so we can answer those questions. And then you kind of got to write your script for each, screen. You have a screen for each one, or excuse me, a slide for each one. I don't want to say screen, a slide for each one. And then you kind of got to write your script that goes with that particular slide. You don't want to put everything you're saying on each slide. So it's not something you want to do. Now, I've been doing webinars for probably about 4 or 5 years now. So, I don't have tons of experience on it, but I do have some experience on it. And they've been successful, and I've made, a lot of money doing them. Cameron says, my father could help me with PayPal. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Just, run it through him and keep him abreast of what you're doing. But yeah, certainly, mom or dad or, any adult that you trust, and I'm sure you trust your dad, but I'm just saying any adult that you trust, you can use to set up your account. Stripe is the way to go, really. And I don't know, Cameron, I think you're in Pakistan, and I don't know if they have Stripe in Pakistan. That's interesting. Let me see here. I'll look that up for you real quick, and we'll see. Is Stripe in Pakistan? And if I'm wrong about Pakistan, let me know, because maybe I'm looking this up for nothing. Stripe is not available in Pakistan. However, you can still use it as a U.S. company. You can set up a company in the U.S., Cameron. So, if you want to Google using Stripe in Pakistan, it'll tell you how to do it, because you can set up your Stripe account for Pakistan in the United States, according to the stuff I'm seeing online here. So if you want to do that, you can certainly do that. And this training, guys, this daily vlog or whatever it is I'm doing, is just to help you guys out with your business. That's it. So make sure you're putting your questions in there. Make sure you're participating, because if you don't participate, you won't learn anything. And that's what we want you to do, is I want you to learn something so that you don't have to work a job. You really shouldn't have to work a job in 2021. It's just not necessary. There are some other gateways that work in Pakistan, Cameron. I'm looking this up right now. You can use Jazz Cash, you can use Telenor, you can use UBL and HBL. They all give you the option of cash payments, where the buyer can generate a coupon, pay with coupon. This is a very useful option, since Pakistan Cash on delivery is the preferred mode. You can kind of see what I'm looking at right there. Let me pull that right there. I'm looking at my ring light is showing it up there, but that's what I found right there. So check that out, look that out. Best checkout for a website. Does Kartra have their own secure checkout? Yeah, Paul, they do. However, you've got to integrate it with some processor. Okay, so there is a checkout cart built in Kartra, definitely. But you're still going to have to use like an authorized.net. You're going to have to use a PayPal. You're going to have to use a Stripe. You're going to have to integrate one of those with it. But the cart is built in there, and it works very, very well. I like it a lot. No problem, Cameron. I'm glad that answered your question. Something else I wanted to talk about, guys, is no matter what stage you're at in your business, you want to get better. You want to always get better. Okay, it's like, exercise. And I hate to always equate things to exercise, but exercise is really important. I was listening to David Goggins the other day, and they were saying, do you have to have physical strength to have mental strength? And he says, most definitely. I mean, you almost can't have mental strength without physical strength. You almost can't do what you want to do if you're not healthy and strong. But what I wanted to get to on exercise is, no matter what stage you're at on exercise, you always have to push yourself a little bit past it. And the reason you got to push yourself a little bit past it is because you won't get any better. And if you don't push yourself past it, you'll never even stay strong. Okay, so it's like, if I can do 40 push-ups in 40 seconds, as a matter of fact, that's what I do. I do these 3 sets of 40, and I do them in 40 seconds. When I first started doing them, I could do like 25, which I thought, it was good, but it wasn't great. And now I can do 44 in 40 seconds. So, I've improved. But the only way I improved was like when I was at 25, I tried to do 26, I tried to do 27, I tried to do 28. And that's the same thing with your business. If you have a business and you're making X number of dollars, and you're happy with it, and you don't try to do any more, your business will eventually shrink. Okay, so whatever stage you're at, you've got to push yourself to do more. You just do. You got to push yourself to learn more. If you've got like a great email and it's really converting, you want to do an A/B test and see if you can find a better email. If you've got a great ad and it's making you money, you got to do an A/B test and try to find a different ad that may make you even more money. And you got to constantly do these things, because not only will it make you stronger, but things change. Your audience changes. The market changes. Everything changes. Nothing stays the same. People say, well, I hate change. I hate change. I'm like, well, you're going to hate life, because that's what it's all about. Life is about change. Constant, unrelenting change. That's what life is about. So you kind of got to just deal with that. Let's see here. I got a couple more comments in here. Is there a bank that's better for online businesses? I don't really like using banks, period. The only financial institution that I got some savings money in some couple different banks, but I don't really use them. I mean, I use Navy Fed for my business, and that's because my dad was military, so I got the military in there for Navy Fed. However, I just use it for my deposits and stuff. I don't think one is better than the other. I like credit unions because they don't charge you a bunch of fees. I hate fees. Oh my gosh, I hate me some fees. So I don't know. I think they all suck. I don't like banks. I just don't like them. Okay. Let's see here. Tell me a website that teach graphic design for free. You're on it. You're on it right now. It's called YouTube. YouTube is probably the best resource to learn anything for free. Anything for free. Like if I were to go right now, and I'm going to do this while we're live here, and I'm going to go to YouTube real quick, and I'm going to put learn graphic design. Let's see what I got. Design. And I've got, now I've got a bunch of ads. You can see all the ads here. But as I scroll past the ads here, I've got learn graphic design at home. It's an 8-minute video. That one's got 103,000 views. Fundamentals of graphic design. It's got 3.3 million views. I got to figure that's probably a good video right there. Become a designer. So you can just go through YouTube. I mean, you could get an education in anything you want on YouTube. I mean, there's millions of videos for free. You don't need to go to a website. Not necessary. So that would save you some money right there. As I look through, there's just so many of them. And then what you can do, you can go up and you can sort these by, excuse me, view count. I'm going to do that real quick. I sorted it by view count. And let's see what I got here. There's tons of them. There's like, this one here's 3.8 million views. This one here's 2.8 million views. Beginner's Guide to 3D. See that? So, that's all you got to do. This YouTube thing, guys, this YouTube thing is amazing. It's amazing, but you got to use it on every end of the spectrum. Now, I use it, excuse me, the throat is bad today. I use it to learn things. Like if I want to learn anything, let's say I'm working in Camtasia and I want to learn how to shorten a clip. I'll just type in there Camtasia shorten clip and boom, there's a video on it. It's that simple. But I also use it to my advantage because I'm doing live videos like this. I do recorded videos. And when I do those videos, I can help other people. I can build my audience. I can make money on ads. I make decent money on ads now, and that I just got that monetized a few months ago, and I've got an income off YouTube now, which is pretty darn cool. My wife does too. We have 2 incomes off YouTube, and she started another channel, so she's got 2 channels, and that other channel will be monetized soon, and we'll have 3 incomes off that. That doesn't include the fact that we have affiliate links, like in my description of this video. I'm going to have affiliate links where you can click and go buy stuff, and then I make money off that. And then I have, courses I give away, and people opt in for that, and they like that, and then they buy other stuff from me. So, man, YouTube is really good. Now, I will tell you this, it's a lot of work. Most people are never going to do it. I went back the other day and I was looking at some comments I had from 5 years ago. And the funny thing was that a lot of people said, well, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I went back and looked at their channels, and from 5 years ago, they haven't done anything. They still got, 5 videos up or 0 videos up, or haven't done one in 5 years. They did them for like 2 weeks and then they just quit. It's so easy to be successful. And here's the key to being successful. Don't quit. Just don't quit. I mean, if you don't quit and you keep doing things and you keep failing, you'll run out of things to fail on. I mean, you just will. You just run out after a while. You know, if I have an ad I'm running, or if I have a webinar I'm doing, whatever it is, and it doesn't work, I don't go, darn, that didn't work. I go, oh, that way didn't work. But I know they work. You know, I know webinars work. I know ads work. I mean, shoot. You know, these companies are not billion-dollar companies because ads don't work. They do work. You did it wrong. And a lot of us don't want to look in the mirror and go, hey, it's you. It's you. You know, it's not the platform. You know, people will say, well, I started a YouTube channel, but the algorithm doesn't like me. No, that's not the case at all. You did something wrong. Okay, you just did something wrong. And the simple thing to do is look at the people that, you know, have a big audience, look at the people who get a lot of views and find out what they're doing and do that. I mean, it's like, it's never been like this before, where you could look at your competitors and see what they're doing and do the same thing. I mean, you didn't have access to that before. And now you do. You used to have so much money to go into business. You don't have to have that anymore. See here, I'm getting a couple comments. I know you tell people to subscribe and ring the bell. Is there a way to tell people to subscribe on email? Can it be linked to YouTube? Oh, yes, and subscribe. And what? Ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so that you're notified every single time I do a new video and go live. I've said that a few times, a few hundred times, maybe thousands of times. But yeah, do subscribe. Give me a thumbs up too if you don't mind. And Paul, thanks for reminding me. Cameron, you're the best online business teacher. That's very nice of you, buddy. I really appreciate you. In Pakistan, they all take money like $600 IDM Pakistan. Right. I did see that online there. That's kind of interesting how that works. But you know, guys, if you're not making money online, it's because of one of two things. One of two things. If you want to know the two reasons you're not making money online, number one, you haven't done anything. Or you haven't done enough. Okay, you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. That's why you're not making money. And number two, you quit. Okay, that's the only two reasons you won't make money online. There are enough people out there now who have had success, who've made money. I have, and just listen to me. Just do what I'm telling you to do. I mean, it's really, really that easy. And now I'm going through extra effort by showing up every day live like this and talking to you guys and giving you this information. And man, just take it and apply it. Really, it's not that hard. If I can do it, I mean, anybody can do it. I'm not super intelligent or anything. And you know, what's interesting is most of the people that listen to my videos are smarter than me. And they're smarter than me because they speak more than one language. Okay, I mean, I speak some Spanish. I'm okay in Spanish. But the point is, like, Cameron here is in Pakistan. He speaks the language there, and he understands English too. And he's 12. You know, what have you done? You look at, and people say, well, I don't have enough time, JR. You don't understand. It's a time issue. It's never a time issue, ever. It's never, ever, ever a time issue, because you decide what you're going to do with your time every day. I mean, you make that decision. You know, I made a decision today. I got up and I said, I'm going to go do a live video. I could have said, you know, I'm going to go in here and just scroll through Facebook and I'm going to watch Netflix. I've got money in the bank. I mean, my bills are paid. You know, I could just say that's what I'm going to do today. What are you doing with your time? And you say, well, JR, I've got so many things I got to do every day. Well, take some of the things that you're doing that are not getting you great results and get rid of them and replace it with doing something to make money online. Tell me something about digital marketing, Cameron. Something about digital marketing. Wow, that's a pretty broad question. I would tell you the best thing you could do about digital marketing is start looking at videos. Go through my channel. You know, watch 50 or 100 videos. I promise you, Cameron, if you go through and you watch 100 videos on my channel, just type in digital marketing, you'll find plenty of them who are making money online or whatever, and go to my channel and just listen to them. You're going to come back to me and go, man, I know a lot of stuff. I know a lot of stuff. Now, the only reason you're going to do that is not because I'm great. It's just because I tried some things. About 80% of them failed. About 20% of them worked. And then what I did is I took that 20% and I did videos on those. Okay. I didn't do videos on the stuff that didn't work. Now, occasionally I'll comment and I'll say, don't do this because it doesn't work. But bottom line is, just watch some videos, man. I mean, it's so easy. If you do have specific questions, you know, like about emails or sales pages or any of that, I'll be happy to help you with that. But I know me every single day, 100% of the time, I'm learning something new. I've got a stack of books up there. I've got like 3 in the living room, and I may not read a book from cover to cover. I may just thumb through and go, wait a second, this is an area I want to learn. I hear this guy's really good. I go to Amazon, I look at the ratings of the books, I get the book. I had 2 books come yesterday. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing yesterday that I had 2 books come. You know why? Because apparently in my Amazon cart, I had clicked the book twice. I thought it was so good, and I bought it twice. Not smart. Okay, so I've got to read. But the good thing about Amazon is they say, hey, you can return anything, and I can. I've got Amazon Prime, so I will return one of the 2 books that I got yesterday because I only need one of the same book. But it's great. It's a great book, and it's about habits. And I think I have pretty good habits. However, let's see here. I've got something there messed up on my screen. I don't know if you guys are still seeing me or not. My screen went out, and I want to make sure it didn't go out for you guys. Did it go out for you guys? I want to make sure that it didn't go out. Let me just check here for a second. Oh, it's kind of paused for a second, so it will come back up, guys. So if you don't see me for a second, your screen will come back up. Let's see here. I'll put that in the comments. Video has stopped, but it will come back up. Okay, and I will not leave you until that comes back up. Okay, I don't want to leave you with no video. Let's see here. Video has stopped, but it will come back up. Were you in business before you got online? Seeing you. Okay, you can see me. Okay, my screen for some reason is not showing anything on here, so I was concerned that you guys wouldn't see me. Paul, my situation was I used to run car dealerships, new car dealerships, and I went through a little divorce. When I did, I had another business, and that business was I was on the road. I was a professional speaker, and I went around and I trained new car dealerships and their management teams on how to sell cars. At one point, I ran the #1 Chrysler dealership of the state of California. We were #3 in the nation. So I took that knowledge and I put it into a course, and it was 6-figure selling techniques, how to make 6-figure selling cars. And I taught salespeople how to make a lot of money selling cars. And I did that for about 8-9 years. And then when I was getting ready to go for the divorce, I wanted to get custody of my kids. My lawyer says there's no way you'll get custody because you're touring 8 months out of the year. You're on the road speaking in all these different cities. I had been to pretty much every city in the U.S. at that point. So I had to go back into a car dealership and actually run the dealership again. So that's what I ended up doing. And after a few years of that, I was like, this isn't for me. I can't. No, this is not my thing. I got to get out. I got to do my own thing. So that's when I started my digital business. So yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I have owned businesses before. Cameron says, when I would be 25, I will do gaming with my education and with online business or freelance. Yeah, there's so many things you can do, Cameron. There really are. I mean, it's just an unlimited number of things you can do. It's crazy. And I want to restart my screen here, guys, because mine is driving me crazy. It's showing that I'm not live, and I know I'm live. So let me just see here. Make sure that comes live again. I've got you guys here on the laptop, and then I've got a iPad right here, which you can see. Right, so there's the iPad. So I'm kind of like watching you guys watch me. And let me get over to my other screen here. Hey, Cameron, have you tried to make any money online yet? Have you tried to do any of that? Paul, have you generated some money online, buddy? I've known you for a while. I want to make sure you're making money, and if I can help you out in any way, I want to do so. So yeah, because I'm down to about 6 or 7 minutes. And then I got to go in and I got to work on webinars again because I got to get that thing finished today. I've been dragging my feet a little bit. I should have worked, and I spent like an hour and a half watching TV last night. Shouldn't have done that. But I'm not perfect, okay? I worked until about 7:30 last night. I started at about 7 in the morning, something along those times. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, you have. Well, that's good. Okay, cool. And guys, also we have that... a little in the chat box, there's a little $sign there if you want to contribute to this channel, if you like these videos, if they're helping you out, if you feel like you're getting something out of them. You can put $1 in there, or $2 or $5, whatever you want to do. And I got messages on my watch. Drives me nuts. I shouldn't wear this watch. I got to get rid of this watch. This Apple Watch is more irritating than anything else. So anyhow, that's kind of my day. Of course, I'll work. I'll go. We'll have a little lunch, and then I'll work out after lunch. It's pretty mundane. You know, if you think the life of a digital marketer, and Sunny Lizadero, I think is her name. She did a video on this the other day where she thought she'd be standing in front of fancy cars and and showing off her mansion and laying by the swimming pool, and that would be her life. And that's not a digital marketer's life. Okay, digital marketer's life is sitting behind a screen the majority of the day and having your watch remind you that you need to stand up because you've been sitting for 4 hours. That's a digital marketer's life. That's what that really is. And I actually have that little warning on my watch to remind me to get up and get moving. Of course, I work out every day too, so I have to do that. But it's mundane, it's monotonous. The cool thing about it is you control it. You can make whatever money you want. You can do whatever you want on a daily basis, and that's the part I do like. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. If you have any more questions, you can stick them in there if they pop up before I close out. Let's see. You've already made a profit? My God, come. I mean, Cameron, shoot. He's already made $45 with the help of his big brother. 12. Okay, so if you're listening to this, a 12-year-old can do this. Not that being 12 is a negative, by the way. I was 12. We were all 12 at one point. But the point is, if you're not doing something, quit making excuses. Don't make excuses. Everybody is good at two things in business. Okay, one of two things in business. Okay, the first thing is making money in business. Okay, you could be good at that. Okay, if you're not good at that thing, you're going to be good at the other thing, and the other thing is making excuses. You're good at making excuses. Okay, so if you haven't made money online, it's because you're making excuses. You're not doing anything. You're not doing the right things. I mean, everybody's making money online. Why not you? Why not you? Just get in front of the mirror and ask yourself that question. It was great to see you and others on that marketers cruise working on ship. Yes, it was, Paul, and we will be back. We're going to be back. I promise you we're going to be back, and we're going to be on those cruises again. We're going to be doing all that fun stuff. I really enjoyed that. Looking forward to that. But now you need to subscribe. If you haven't done so, subscribe and ring the bell. You got to ring the bell. Thanks, sir. Paul, Cameron's telling you thank you, Paul. So he's in there talking to you too. Excuses are the bricks that built the house of failure. Yes, they are. Great saying. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I got to run there. I got to work on my webinar masterclass right now. Sorry about the screen shaking. Every time I move my arms, I see this thing shake. I got to put my arms down here. Okay, I got to sit really still. Yeah, that's what I got to do. All right, don't forget to subscribe, turn on bell notifications. I got a free course that's going to be in the description. Opt in for that. Grab that free course, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks very much for being here.